my friend, and welcome back. My name is Hannah, and today I want to talk about some treasures that I found at TJMAXX. So if you're curious about what I'm wearing on my face, what I mentioned in today's video, what I'm doing in other pockets of the internet, I always have links in the description box down below, so don't forget to check them out. But in today's video, I stopped by TJMAXX. I was just going to pick up, I don't know, some like kitchenwares. I needed new bamboo spoons, and you have to pass by the makeup section to get to the kitchen goods in the back of the store, and I am always pleasantly surprised when I go into a TJMAXX because it's just, I love shopping at stores like that. It's like, I don't know, it's like antique shopping, but for like modern wares. You never know what you're gonna find. It's always different, and even if it's a chain store like TJMAXX or Ross or anything like that, not all stores carry the same stuff. So let me tell you about what I found in my TJMAXX. I'm out in the middle of the desert, so I feel like I get everything last. I do get some good stuff. I think I've made videos in the past where I talked about some of the Marc Jacobs things that I found over there, some higher end makeup, and you know, I usually buy all of my hair care from TJMAXX. I can usually find like Amica or other brands sold at Sephora very easily. And if it's an item that I like enough, I don't mind spending the full price on it. If it was something that I used completely and really enjoyed. So I don't know. Again, for that aspect, I like shopping at TJMAXX. But I wasn't planning on filming this video today. This is totally at whim. I was actually going to film something else. So if I'm a little sporadic and all over the place, it's because I just got home from shopping and I wanted to film. I don't know where to start, so I guess let's start with like skincare stuff, because I think I found a lot of cool skincare stuff. But they did have Bondi Sands there. This is their sunscreen in SPF 30. I did get the spray and the cream. This is actually my second one. I did buy this a few months back at that same TJMAXX. I didn't know how much I was really going to enjoy the Suntan Lotion, and it's actually one of my favorites. I live out in the California desert, and I do like to sit outside in the sun. I wouldn't say that I'm out there like super tanning, but I will be out there like an hour tops. And I just like to have a variety of sunscreen for whatever I need. So I'm happy that there's also a spray. So I don't know, I find this easier to reapply than a cream, but I always start with a cream. I also found Nature in a Jar. This is like a brand from Philosophy, and this, I think this item is discontinued because it used to be on Ulta and then it disappeared. But I had this item in one of my like, you know, like your wish lists or whatever. I like lotions like this. It's supposed to be like a cream to water body lotion with cactus fruit extract. It doesn't smell like anything. It just smells like clean chemical. Yeah, but the texture, it's like really like a really wet kind of lotion. Again, I live in the desert, so something like this is also really great for when, like, you know, I'm coming out from laying out in the sun and I just want to take care of my skin. It's kind of like an aloe gel, but this was $24 like on Ulta, and I found this for $10 at TJMAXX. These sunscreens also, by the way, I will have the price listed on the screen, but I bought them for $6.99 each. And there was like a ton of them, at least at my Ulta. Okay, and then the last two, I'm actually really excited because like both of these were in my respective wish lists, and I'm kind of surprised that these are here. So the first one is the Pari Peptide Glow Hydrating Moisturizer. I believe this is like the $20 to $30 price range, and I bought this for $10. I had this one in my wish list at Sephora because I enjoy the Pari products. I'm always pleasantly surprised that I enjoy them because I never really think much of them. Like I did get the, they had like a makeup melt, like a cleansing balm kind of thing, but it came in like a spray bottle, and I really loved it, and my skin absolutely enjoyed it, and it was so smooth when taking off my makeup, and it just took off my makeup so easily. I wanted a nice daytime moisturizer. I don't really wear makeup to work. Like I don't do like a full foundation or anything like that. Like sometimes I do, but not always, just because the air quality in my office is really terrible, and I already live out in the desert, and I mean, I would rather protect my skin than, I don't know, make my skin like freak out. So I try not to wear too much product, especially when it gets warmer and I'm gonna be in the office. So I'm excited to try this and see what happens with it, if it is something that I can use during the day, because I also found the Drunk Elephant Peptide, and this is in the 1.69 fluid ounce. This is $60 on Sephora, and I only spent $30 on this. I still think $30 is a little bit pricey, but comparative to like the $60 price, I got it for half off. And there was tons of Drunk Elephant like items, like from their different serums to their shampoo and conditioner, even their body lotion. And I was so excited. I don't typically always see Drunk Elephant there. Like I will from time to time, but never in the like abundance that I saw it today. Maybe I was just lucky, but I've had my eye on this particular like peptide moisturizer. Everyone says that it's really nice. They did suggest using it in the evening. And I don't know, I wanted to get it at the Sephora sale, but then I just didn't, and then I, you know, just have always put it off, and then it was at TJMAXX for $30, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick it up. So I'm gonna try this one like daytime, this one evening, but we'll see what happens. And then let's get into the makeup. So I found I found 5 eyeshadow palettes, and 4 of them are from BH Cosmetics, and one of them is actually from Glamlight. So let's start with BH, because it's almost serendipitous how I found all of these palettes. So I walked in, and this is what caught my attention. I saw the Avocado Toast palette. If you go on the BH Cosmetics website right now, you won't even find this palette listed. Like, they've just been having sales on their items, and then it's just been disappearing off of their website. I know at my TJMAXX, a lot of the Birthstone palettes were there, and a lot of the travel series was there. I recently did get a new Ulta put in next to my TJMAXX Marshalls, and from my understanding how the store works is that the TJMAXX receives a shipment, so brands ship whatever inventory that they have to a warehouse, and then that warehouse distributes them. I don't think it's something like the Ulta just walks products next door. I don't think it works that way. There has to be some form of like inventory, because like how easy would it be to like lose things? I don't know. I don't know too much about loss prevention, but like to me that's already like the red flag. I did step into the Ulta after making my rounds in my TJMAXX, and they still had a lot of the BH Cosmetics items there. They were kind of like on sale, but like an Ulta sale, not at the prices that I found these palettes at. So I think this is like a almost $20 palette. I got it for $7.99. And it doesn't have that sleeve. I think it came with the sleeve, but it did have the plastic insert. And my palette, like, it's not broken up. My palette isn't broken up. It's not gross. It looks really fine. It doesn't even look swatched. And I don't know, like, I know that's the risk that you can take when shopping at TJMAXX, but I don't know. If the item already looks questionable, I just wouldn't buy it. I just would walk away. So then after I saw this one, I was looking through their palettes, and I'm like, oh, they have to have other stuff, or maybe this was like the one rare gem, and so I have to pick it up. And then I found the Los Angeles palette, or the Lost in Los Angeles palette, and this one is actually plastic wrapped all the way around. Like, I have to rip the plastic off. This one was $6, but I don't know if someone just slapped another tag because it's like on a sale tag. But even opening it up, like, none of my shades are cracked or broken. Like, it all looks really nice. They're obviously not swatched. The plastic is still there. There is some kind of like wear and tear on the outside, but I mean, like, that probably would have happened in my collection anyway. And then I was looking around. So like I said, they had a bunch of the Birthstone. They had a lot of those smaller little palettes, like those smaller monochromatic palettes, the ones that had like the questionable phrasing. I can't remember what that series was called. They had some of the like Christmas, like holiday release in there as well. And then they had like a lot of the travel series, but the travel series was kind of funny because, like, I think this is the new Lost in Los Angeles packaging, but then they had the old like Meet Me in Switzerland palette, and I think they had like the old like Tokyo palette, I think. So it wasn't the same across the board. Oh, they also had Doja Cat. So the entire like Doja Cat collection was there. Like everything was there from the Doja Cat collection. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I would have been kind of annoyed if I was someone that bought like the entire collection and then it wasn't even that great, and then it was at like TJ Maxx. I was looking for other BH Cosmetics palettes because these two are Angie's like favorite palettes of all time. But if you are also an avid Angie watcher like myself, you know that there are actually two other palettes that she also just loves to pieces from BH. And I didn't think I was going to find them because I couldn't find them on any of the shelving. And I went down one of the purse aisles, and then guess what was just like on the thing? Together. And it made me think like, oh my gosh, is there another Angie like watcher here? Do they know? Or like maybe they just picked these up by mistake. But I did find the Blueberry Muffin palette. I did spend $7.99 on this one as well. And I did find the Passion in Paris palette. And this one is also wrapped just like the Lost in Los Angeles one. This palette is in better condition than the Los Angeles palette. There is a little bit of like wear and tear, but like not anything so crazy. But the palette itself also looks really nice. Obviously not swatched because it's still wrapped. None of the shadows are cracked. And so I was really impressed. This Blueberry Muffin palette even has like the sleeve on this one. And the inside of the palette looks really nice. None of the shadows are cracked. Nothing is swatched, like it's brand new. And again, I could have just gone at a really good time. But I don't know, I went like at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's already so many people there, and like it's not like the shelving didn't look like people had been picking through and shopping, all day. I think I was just lucky with what my inventory was, and I was pretty excited. So to find these 4 like Angie palettes, like I don't know, it was a sign from the universe that like I had to pick them up and I had to play with them. And I don't know, it just made me kind of sad because it just also made me realize that like I don't know what's gonna happen with BH Cosmetics. It makes me sad because like these 4 palettes are just such a staple in makeup history. Like I know a lot of us got introduced to BH Cosmetics over the pandemic and just like slightly before, and it's just such a shame because I felt like they were trying to go in the right direction, but it could have been like a little too late kind of thing. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I did see a lot of Makeup Revolution as well at TJ Maxx, but to be fair, I always see a lot of Makeup Revolution at my TJ Maxx. I know that there was rumors that Makeup Revolution was going to buy up BH Cosmetics, and I know we were all hoping that they were going to keep that formula. And that might just be what they're doing, but I think in order to do that, they might just be like deleting BH Cosmetics. Like I don't know. But then like didn't they just post something on TikTok? Like I don't know, maybe this is something where like they have to get rid of this old packaging because maybe they're switching labs. I hope they're not forced to take on the Makeup Revolution formula. I don't know. So I'm kind of glad that I got these when I did, and I can kind of celebrate like, I don't know, this part of makeup history. And I just thought that was really awesome. I found them for $7 each. And like I said, there was tons and tons and tons. So if you are a big BH Cosmetics person and you like things from like the blushes to highlights and things like that, they had a lot of it there at TJ Maxx. And before I forget, I believe each of these palettes were in the $20 range, and I got them for like $7.99, $6. Like that's pretty good. I think right now they're on sale for $12 on the BH Cosmetics website. And so the last palette I have, I was kind of surprised I even found in my TJ Maxx. Like this was like definitely the last item I was expecting to find. And it is the Icy Blue Raspberry palette. This is a $25 palette. I think it's on sale, like, I don't know, like a 20% off sale right now on Glamlight. But I spent $7.99 on this palette. I couldn't find the red one, but that's okay because I already have the red ice cream palette from BH, so I didn't need another red monochromatic palette. But when I tell you, I am so surprised. So I thought my shadows were kind of cracked. They aren't. Like, it's just the like icy print on around the palette. But like, look, it's perfect. It's not even swatched. It's beautiful. I'm really shocked at this one because, like I said, this is a $25 palette, and you guys are, I don't know if you guys are ready to hear this, but they also had that Mikayla palette, which is like $42. They were selling it for $8.99 at my TJMAXX. I think that's a really good palette. I didn't personally pick it up because I don't watch Mikayla's content. I don't really need a big eyeshadow palette like that, and the colors in there, like, I already have. And I wouldn't make content with it because I don't know if I don't want to just buy collab efforts for people that I don't support. And it's not like I don't support her, it's just like I don't watch her, I don't know her. I don't know, it's probably how like some of you don't know like Hassan and like all the other people that I watch outside of makeup, so like fair, right? And it's like a little bit too late to make content with that palette, especially as someone who doesn't watch her content. I would be wasting my money on it. But if you really wanted that Mikayla palette and it was too expensive for you, go to your local TJMAXX. Go to your local TJMAXX, Marshalls, or Home Goods. All three of them are owned by the same company. They all ship from the same warehouse. You'll find the same items. I'm sure that palette is there. And I was so shocked. I was so surprised. And it wasn't just her palette. They had like her eyelashes. They had her lip products. They had like the whole collection there. They had some of the other icy things, like the lip glosses and things like that. And I know I said in my new makeup release video that I was gonna get these items. And let me tell you, I'm kind of glad that I didn't spend my money. And let me tell you a lesson I learned today and that I hope to share with you, and take this as the whole point of the video. I was gonna spend money on the, like, I was debating on buying the PR package that came in the icy box, because for some reason I think that I really love icy, because my first job was at a Kmart and they had an icy machine in there, and I would just go get ices. And I think that I love it, but then I hated that job at Kmart. But anyway, unrelated, it has nothing to do with the brand. That's not enough reason for me to spend that kind of money on a PR package for a cardboard. Like, what am I going to do with it? It doesn't even match my anime aesthetic. Like, what was I going to do with that? And then I already had a red monochromatic palette. I do need blue eyeshadows. I don't have a lot of blue in my collection, but am I also reaching for a lot of blues? But am I not reaching for blues because I don't have any? So, you know, I guess I like figured that one out with this blue monochromatic palette. But I almost bought the doubles. I almost bought the lip products. Like, I almost went in on this collection. And what I'm trying to tell you right now is I don't believe that this is a $25 palette. Have I played with it yet? No. But just kind of looking at the shadows, and it's just a blue monochromatic palette. Why would I spend $25 on this when I could spend like $7 and get a monochromatic palette from BH Cosmetics? Or why couldn't I get a blue monochromatic palette from another less expensive brand? And I get it, Glamlight is an indie brand and it is a self-made brand like Unearthly Cosmetics and Sigil Beauty and a lot of the other, like Lime Crime, a lot of the other brands that I'm a big indie brand enjoyer. So this isn't a dig at them. It's just, I understand that when you buy the rights to a franchise, that's expensive, so that's also going to kind of change the cost of like how much your product is. But what this has taught me is that spending that money on that PR package or buying it right when it dropped would have been a complete waste, because I'm actually a whole lot more comfortable spending $7.99 on something like this rather than the like $25 plus shipping that it would have cost me if I bought it off of the website. And I hate how there's this whole thing about like if you're sold at TJMAXX or something like that, like your brand is a failure. I don't believe that at all. Like, Drunk Elephant is going to continue to keep making money and they're still going to be a #1 brand in skincare. Will they have an influx of inventory that they have to push out? Absolutely. And that's why these stores like Ross and TJMAXX exist. Can a company like Morphe decide like, hey, you know, all of our James Charles and other collaborators like Nikita Dragon merchandise, can we just give that to you and you guys sell it and we can just, you know, try to make whatever profit? Absolutely, but I don't think that's the whole main purpose of these stores. Like, I don't think TJMAXX or like Ross or whatever is a place to carry canceled brands. I think it's just a place to sell things at a lower price point. So I guess what I want you guys to kind of like take away from this video is that like you don't always have to buy the brand new makeup that, you know, people are advertising and showing on the internet. Like, you don't. And even if you did want it, go to your TJMAXX a few months later and see what you find in your store. Like, I don't know, or just go to your TJMAXX right now. Like, I'm sure you're gonna find something and you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Like, if you are a big person of Verb hair care, there's tons of it at these stores right now, both Ross and the TJMAXX. I think they had like new packaging, so a lot of their older inventory with their older packaging, like you'll find on the shelves. But I also found like their Ghost line, like hairspray and stuff like that. I don't know how new or how old that is, but like I feel like it's relatively new. I was really excited with the treasures that I found today, and I remembered that I have a YouTube channel, so I can pass along this knowledge to you. So let me know in the comments down below, when you go to your TJMAXX, what are you looking for? Are you also like me and you go to TJMAXX to buy like specific things? I always love it for home goods, and I love it for like hair care. Makeup can be hit or miss, fragrances can be hit or miss, but usually I can always find something in hair care and in home goods when those are the things that I'm looking for. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me today and you would like to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.